touching on Heidelberg, our condolences go out to Heidelberg for the passing of Keely Lockhart, absolute warrior of that club, a true number 9. And obviously we did just go through Men's Mental Health Month, but it doesn't need a month to give it that. If you are struggling with anything, speak up. There are plenty of places to go to, and also for the boys, this is why we have this, to come in, chat, speak to us about anything, whatever it is. But definitely full condolences to Heidelberg and the Lockhart family, and she's going to be a player that's going to be dearly missed in the outdoor world and also the futsal world as well. So we've both had the pleasure of coaching against her, but yeah, it's a sad reality, man. But
Yep.
That's,
I don't know where to go from here.
No, it's something that it's actually hit the football world, the Australian football world pretty hard, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the key thing, man. And you've obviously spoken about it as well, like the mental side of football, and it could be anything. It's not easy.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the One Nil T90 Studios podcast. We're here at the T90 Studios. We've all got a fresh trim. Ali's here as well. We're joined today by someone that I'm really excited to chat about, because there's some topics here that feel quite relevant at this point of the season. Western United superstar Seb Pasquali. Seb, welcome to the pod.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys. It's good to be here.
Boys, how's it going?
Good, you?
Yeah, no, not bad.
How are you, Jamie?
I'm right.
Yeah.
Can't complain.
Yeah. How are you, Costa?
Jeez, lucky you guys have a podcast. Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another
good,
win, so we're good.
Wouldn't even know.
Yeah,
We're
good,
good, man. We're flying at this point.
Good. We obviously, because again, we always do this. No one cares about us. Every time we've got a guest on, we start talking about us.
We care.
We care.
No one cares about us.
I care about you.
Well, thanks.
Yes.
Well, our futsal team won the league on the Sunday.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, which was nice. So
Massive.
we made it a boring game because we were just that fucking good.
What were the scores?
3-1.
Oh,
Yeah.
low
It was
scoring.
pretty cruise control. But it was a mature performance.
Oh,
So
is
now
it?
we'll... Oh, Baz has just made a meal. Oh, no.
Oh, you mess of a bloke.
Oh, one day we'll get a camera. You know those podcasts that are they're doing pretty well and they've got a camera on the guy behind the camera too?
Yeah, we're gonna
One
get
day
one.
we'll get one for you, Baz. He's just spilled all of his
We'll
Red
get a
Bull.
POV one. Just
Yeah. No, you're all good. But yeah, no, we won the league, which was nice. So
You give it 2 goals?
yeah, James Ingdatita scored 2 goals, which he
Very
loves. We actually filmed that game too, and that's on the YouTube channel, so go watch that. But anyway, Seb, how are you? Back from Japan?
Yep.
How was it there?
Back from a little 2-week stint in Japan with my partner. So, yeah, it's pretty enjoyable.
Did you feel like you saw the rest of Australia in Japan? Because it feels like everyone's in Japan right now.
It's true. Yeah, we saw lots of Australians, or people who look like they're Australian. But yeah, it was.
Gonna get cancelled 6 episodes in.
There's lots of tourists there at the moment, and it seems to be like a pretty popular place to go on holidays, and even for footballers, like just seeing like across socials since I've been back, like plenty of footballers have been there from all around the world. So it's a trending place right now.
Nice. Do you like the Japanese sort of culture?
Yeah, no, I love it. Lucky to have like a couple of Japanese teammates at Western. So yeah, like they're super respectful and super helpful, like on a football sense, and I think the whole of Japan sort of reflects that as well. Like they're just really kind people.
I've heard that. I've heard it's like a really nice
Oh,
place.
I don't know whether it's
People.
like the kids are brought up like in school, like to be super respectful to elders, and everything's so clean. The infrastructure's so good.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's just
Apparently they're like miles ahead of us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
miles.
probably.
They're like, I think they're miles ahead of us, but they have to be because their country's a lot smaller than us, and so it's just so like condensed.
Yeah.
So they have a big problem with space. So they have to be able to use space really well. So like, just like their public transport network, for instance, is just like super advanced compared to like Melbourne and Sydney. Like Melbourne doesn't even have a train station at the airport, for instance.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
and like there's like I got lost in the underground train network multiple times, like just because it's just a maze under there.
That's wild.
But yeah,
It's
I mean
ridiculous.
they are super advanced, and yeah, it's a pretty cool place.
Nice. Yeah, we should go. I want to go to Japan.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone's going.
100%,
Did you buy, what are they called? The Labubus? Did you buy a Labubu? No?
I didn't buy any. My partner did. Multiple.
So I didn't get it.
It's just,
do you know
I
what we're talking about? Because
I don't
these
get
two are
it.
a bit older over there, so maybe
Yeah.
not.
Hey, I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
My sister left the dinner table early to go pick one up. She bought from Facebook Marketplace. I was obsessing over them.
I've got an army of them in our bedroom.
Oh no!
No, it's not. It's
No,
not
so that's not good.
an army.
Yeah, that's
so they're
ridiculous.
watching me sleep at
Bro,
night.
They're not nice to look at, though.
They're not.
Yeah, that's the one thing I don't get. Like, I'm all for the collectibles and stuff,
No, they're gremlins.
but like,
Yeah.
they don't look
Yeah.
cute.
No, at all.
Nah,
And you
don't
put
get
them on.
it.
And why would you want something that big on your bag?
Yeah, it's on the bag that does me as well. Like, it's
It's-
not like it's everywhere. It's touching things. It's not clean. Like
Yeah.
it's like you put it on the ground. It's on the ground. Like I don't get that. But if it gives you happiness and it brings you joy,
Who
okay,
started it?
do
Was
whatever,
it-
but-
Was it Drake that started it?
Drake.
I think-
Surely not. If Drake
No, I think
started,
there was-
then it means a lot.
There was
'cause
a
he's
celebrity.
bit-
There was a celebrity that had him, and then NBA players started having him. Like they were rocking up to games with him, like
on their shorts.
on their shorts and.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Because
I
I
just thought it was like a
Nah,
it's like
nah.
a city chick thing. The girls just
Yeah.
started there now.
Nah, man, no. The owner became a billionaire in like 24
yeah, I
hours.
saw that.
Jesus.
There's like I know at Doncaster Westwood, like one of the stores there's literally lines every morning
No,
before
sell
they
that.
open.
They sell that every day.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I love my collectibles. I'm like, but
You
like
can
that's
start
the only
collecting
thing.
movies.
Nah, it's the only thing I
If
can't.
you rock up with one of them one day, we'll cut your hair, get you.
That's a bit too hip and trendy for me. If I rocked
Yeah.
up with a little stuffed toy on my thing, like do you know how many WWE figurines I got at home?
Yeah, that's fair, but people are paying like hundreds of dollars for a little demon.
I paid $200 for the Rock.
That's fair, but
Yeah,
It's
but
pretty
yeah.
sick though.
that's fair. There's nothing wrong.
It was
with
in my room, but as soon as like
You
the
got
first
a
time my
missus?
missus came over, I was like, "Fuck!" And I
In the drawer?
quickly threw it in the drawer.
In the drawer.
And then my dad comes because they were down the beach house, and Dad comes home and goes, "Who'd you have over?" I go, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Who was here?" I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Where are your toys?" I go, "Figurines." I go, "Figurines first of all."
That's rough.
I go, "The figurines, Dad." He goes, "Interesting." I was like, "Shit." So, yeah. Are you a collector's guy?
Yeah, I am. I used to just collect football jerseys and football boots and just from since I was younger. I've kept a pair of boots every year, so they're at my parents' place. So that's pretty cool to look back on.
Do you guys rogue? But do you guys swap shirt? Like, have you swapped shirts with many players over your career?
Not really, only because if you swap your shirt, I don't know whether this is at all clubs, but you generally have to pay for that shirt.
Yeah,
you know,
I heard
because
that, yeah.
we only have a certain number of shirts throughout the season, which is fair enough. No problem. So if you do swap a shirt, you got to replace it yourself. But yeah, if you're going to swap with some of the superstars who come out to the A League,
Yeah.
a lot of boys chase their shirts. So
So you know when there's these little kids in the crowd and they're holding the big signs up,
yeah,
and it's Seb Pasquali #21.
yeah,
Can I have your shirt?
yeah.
Would you still have to go and pay for
Yeah.
your own shirt after that? And you
Yeah,
just
yeah. Generally, yeah. We always just tell them just come at the end of the season. If you're there at the last game of the season, it's easier for us to give away
true.
stuff because we can get out training shirts and all that business.
Yeah.
So we try and give back to them then.
Yeah, that's a good little hack for you. If you want a shirt, go to
Yeah.
the last
Right.
round of the
Yeah.
season and ask for anything.
Yeah, legit, anything.
We'll probably touch on it later, but the game you played when you were at Victory against Juve,
Yeah,
did you swap shirts?
yeah,
With
yeah. That was pretty cool. Because our kit man at the time, he was just "Yeah, boys, if anyone wants their shirt swap, just give me your shirt, and I'll go change with the Juve kit man." Because obviously, they have more experience with that, in Europe.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think the kit men do it. A lot of the players don't even do it.
Oh, really?
I mean, you see every now and then, players on TV swap shirts and stuff. But I
Yeah.
think for people clubs if you're a small club in Australia trying to swap with a team who's come over for a pre-season friendly, maybe you're a bit nervous or a bit shy to go up to them on the field. So sometimes it's easy just to get the kit man to do it, and he'll just go chat with their kit man, and players who didn't want their shirt, you just end up getting it. So
That's
it's
mad.
it worked out alright. We each got a few of them actually. I was actually pretty happy because I got to keep my Victory shirt because I didn't want to give it away. It was my debut shirt.
Yeah,
True.
So
true.
I actually got to keep it, and then I got I think I got 2 Juve ones, and then the following week when we played Atletico, I got 2 Atletico ones as well. So
That's
I
top.
was buzzing.
that's awesome.
That's mad.
Oh,
So-
why don't we start on that? Because I feel like, and it's weird because you're still so young, but I feel like you're, and if you know sort of Melbourne Victory sort of player, because your first game was in that correct me if I'm wrong, it was in that pre-season game against Juventus.
Yep.
I remember that clear as day. I was there, and then, with all due respect, this random Seb Pasquali kid comes out of nowhere and he's put on a show against Juventus. How long after that, and how was the process after that? Did you make your move to AJAX?
So it was about, I'd say 2 months after. I reckon a month after I went overseas for 2 weeks training at AJAX. I was invited over there to go and train for 2 weeks, and it was amazing. It was.
How'd they get in contact with you?
Oh, it's just through, like, they sent a letter to the club, like, through a scout who'd obviously seen the game, and they have scouts worldwide. They're pretty connected across the football network, and whoever their contact was in Australia or Asia Pacific sent through some highlights of myself. And
So when you went over, did you then have to hire an agent for like club contact, or was all the contact between you and them?
No, so I had already had a manager for a few years previous to that. Just I'd been overseas a few times just to train at various clubs and get some experience and get a bit of an insight into other teams like across Europe, which was also pretty cool. And then that experience was just like next level again, because it was like they were really keen to get me over and have a look at me. And I went over there for 2 weeks and trained with like their 19s and reserve teams at the time, and just see like their facilities and their setup. And at the end of the 2 weeks, they just sort of sat me down and like, look, like we love like what you're about, like what you bring, and yeah, we want to sign you. And I was just like, what? Like,
Crazy.
Didn't expect it at all. Like, I played like one friendly game over those 2 weeks and trained, and I was just like, phew, like pretty amazing. I didn't sink in for a long time until I got back to Melbourne Victory, and then we had to tell Melbourne Victory at the time, which was also hard because I was in a really good spot at Victory and had like the full support of the club and the coach at the time, Kevin Muscat. He was great with me. So yeah, we sort of just like decided to pursue that opportunity, and
100%.
it sort of like got done in the next like 2 or 3 weeks, and I just kept training and stuff at Victory. They were good enough to let me just keep going for a few weeks, and then ventured on over there and started that journey.
Wow,
Crazy. So what was like it's obviously you've gone from nothing to something just like that. It feels like overnight. Obviously for you it's not overnight because you've done all the hard work and you're pushing every week, but what's that like even mentally for you to go like, okay, I was just a young kid playing for Melbourne Victory, and now I've gone to arguably the biggest academy in the world. How do you comprehend that at that age?
I think at that age I was very much focused on like I always wanted to be a footballer, and like that was in a way I don't think I realised how big it was, like because I was just like, yep, I've achieved that, and now I want to like, what do I want to achieve next? Like I probably didn't have the foresight to be able to be like sit back and enjoy it for a bit. Yeah. And like it's something that you just learn like throughout your career to actually like sit and smell the roses at times, to let things sink in and realise that you've actually achieved something really good. Yeah. And getting myself over there was a massive achievement. There's multiple things that go into it. You need to be able to perform at the right time. You need someone to be able to see you. You need a bit of luck. You need multiple people to believe in you, and all that went into me being able to go over there.
Was the training that you did there for that 2 weeks, like, did you know, obviously, like, you've been called there to train because they have an interest to sign you, but in your head, were you like, fuck, like, I gotta try my hardest, and was it really hard, or was it, like, not that crazy?
Well, I was lucky that I'd already been with the Melbourne Victory first team for 6 months, training every day, and I knew that level of physicality and the standard of training was going to be probably higher than what I was going to go into at under 19 or under 23 level. So I was actually like quite confident, and those around me were also quite confident in like I'd be able to go over there and perform potentially at a higher level physically than what the other players that I was competing with were. Yeah. Obviously, technically and tactically are different things, and their style of play and everything else, but that's some things that you learn, and you're obviously going to improve when you get there. Yeah. So I was pretty well prepared, to be honest, to go over there and in those 2 weeks and train pretty well. Yeah, and then obviously like it's different when you're on trial and you're training there. And depends what mindset you have, but I think I sort of had a nothing to lose mentality because I was either going to be staying at Melbourne Victory and venturing on up through the ranks there with the first team, or I was going to get picked and be able to stay overseas. And both things were my dreams as a kid. So not saying that I was happy to settle for either, but like I had something to go back to. It wasn't like do or die.
Yeah.
Which allowed me to perform really well.
What was the conversation like? Obviously, like you said, you were in the Melbourne Victory system, senior squad for 6 months. Then you move into, yes, it is AJAX, but obviously it's an under-19s, 23s level. What was the conversation like? All right, you're in senior football now. Are you taking more of like, is it like a step back and a step forward at the same time? Because you're going, you are dropping obviously age, but the level's sort of going to increase.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a little bit like that, and with these international transfers, when you're a little bit younger, it brings certain difficulties along with it in terms of getting FIFA clearances to be able to play, and that ultimately, stopped me playing for 6 months when I got there because of a transfer sort of delay, which we sort of knew could be the case, and that sort of can also be a blessing in disguise because it gave me like a good 6 months of like just quality training and adapting to style of play and adapting to the new culture, adapting to surroundings, being able to find a place to live. Like it's a lot more than just like going into training every
Instead
day.
of jumping in.
It's actually everything other than football that you have to adapt to, which is ultimately, if you can adapt well to everything other than football, the football stuff will take care of itself and you'll do quite well quite quick.
It's crazy the difference because we had Mel's on the pod last week and he had 48 hours to become a full citizen, get enrolled in a school, get a house, get this, get that. So it's pretty crazy to see the difference.
Their system is crazy. They have a school on site. They have school teachers on site. So like you don't have to leave.
And I think it was that was in the Netherlands as well.
Yeah.
His situation was in the Netherlands as well. He had to be enrolled in a school, have this, have that, and his agent had to do it in like 48 hours.
Yeah. But it's amazing the way they do things over there. Like it's almost like as a footballer, if you're a talented footballer, like things can get done pretty quick.
Absolutely.
Which is it's a great perk of our profession. Yeah.
There you go. So that's a massive part.
Crazy. So then from there, obviously, after that AJAX move, did you come back? Is that when you came back here? Or was
yeah. So I spent 3 years over there, and massive 3 years, and being able to experience, training under 19s, under 23s, and even a few opportunities to train and play friendly matches with the first team was massive.
Did you play a couple of the youth Champions League games over there and stuff too?
So we got to travel all over Europe and play youth Champions League games, which was also amazing in the under 19 competition. So it basically follows the senior team, except you play different teams.
Yep.
But that experience was great because like you saw players who in the next 1 or 2 years from those teams would be playing in their first team, or even possibly players who are on the fringes of their first team drop down and play in that under 19 competition, just so that they did really well.
Is there any off the top of your head that you would just name that are still in their first teams?
Players?
Yeah.
That we played?
Yeah.
Oh, heaps.
Just off the top of
your
head.
But not in the same teams that we played against.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, they've moved on to other clubs.
Yeah.
But, like, I've got heaps.
Like, did you get to play with any of the boys that went into the AJAX first team and then beyond?
Plenty. Like, too many. I can sit here and name drop for an hour.
Wow.
Like, the players that I've got to play with in the under 19s, under 23s. A lot of players.
Who was the and again we're not asking you to sit here and go I'm best friends with him and him. But if there's a player that's sort of when you went over there and you went we asked Mel this last week and he gave a name that really no one knows. I can't remember his name. Stephen McCorkle was his name from Home Alone or something? Yeah, McEachran.
McEachran.
Was there someone that you went over there and you went, oh my goodness, you're unbelievable?
Yeah, lots, but. I think the main one when I first got there, he was still in the under 19s for a little bit. It was Justin Clivett.
Oh, wow.
So I trained with him for a few weeks, and then he got taken to the first team.
Yep.
Pretty quick. Then I didn't really train or play with him anymore. But he was top talent.
Crazy.
Then I think the players who I probably spent a good year or two training and playing with was players like Sven Botman. He's at Newcastle United.
Yeah, he's gone.
The centre back. Urian Timber at Arsenal.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not a bad name.
They're probably like two of the ones who are
Well.
Ryan Cravenberch actually Liverpool as well.
Oh yeah, he was at AJAX.
He basically took my spot. So yeah.
Oh,
Oh, fuck him.
Yeah.
no, fuck him.
I helped him along his way, but yeah, those
Was-
So you're basically the reason he's playing at Liverpool
Yeah.
because you pushed him to be better.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Thank you so much
pretty much.
for your sacrifice.
Yeah, I know.
What's it like? Were a lot of the players there Dutch? Like within their academies, are a lot of them Dutch players?
Yeah, they are. I think when you get to under 19s or even under 17s, sometimes they start to bring in international players.
Yeah.
Especially from outside of Europe.
Yeah.
They do have a few other Europe-based players, but very not a lot.
What are the sort of, and this only sort of really came to me after last week when, for me, I thought, okay, at Cobham when Mel's was saying it, and he goes, no, there was every country you can think of, there was a player from there.
Yeah.
What are some of these Dutch kids when an Aussie guy comes over there, and it's obviously a competition for spots, and I feel like at academy level, and back me up if I'm wrong here, at academy level, yes, you're all playing together, but you've also got that thing in mind of okay, well, in this case, I'm playing midfield. If there's a better midfielder that comes in, he's got to get the first team spot before me. So there's also that friendly competition too. Is there anything of that competition between maybe the Dutch guys there and this new random Aussie kid that's coming in? And did you feel any of that?
Yeah, for sure. You definitely weren't seen as a friend when you got there.
Yeah.
It took me probably a good 3 or 4 months to get the respect of my teammates. Once I was actually performing really well in training and the friendly games I was able to play, and actually learnt a bit of the Dutch language as well.
Yeah.
That helped me a lot integrate into the team and get the respect of your teammates, I guess. That helped me a lot. But yeah, certainly there was no warm welcomes when I got there.
Yeah.
And if I did, it was just all sort of a facade, and you can tell when people are talking behind your back, even if it's in a different language. So you do get a bit of paranoia about that sort of stuff, and that makes the settling in a lot more difficult.
Did you have your family with you when you went?
Yeah, so my manager and my dad came over with me for the first month, and we just all stayed together for a good month, finding places to live and stuff. And then I was by myself for off and on for a couple months at a time. And then I was able to come back home off season and Christmas time, which was good. Yeah. But majority of the time, I'd be alone for at least 2 or 3 months at a time, and then someone would come over and visit. And it was sort of my place was sort of used as a bit of a halfway house for friends and family travelling through Europe, going on holiday. So it was actually kind of nice because I'd get people come through and stay for a few nights or a week and have a bit of company and get a bit of a taste of home as well at times, which was really nice.
How did you deal with the language barrier in the team? Do the coaches speak English?
Well, in my under-19s team, when I got there, John Heitzinger was our coach. He's now coaching the first team, actually. He's just been elevated.
Oh, wow.
He was at Liverpool last year as assistant coach when they won the Prem. So he was really good because his English was top.
Oh, yeah.
Because he'd played in England.
He played for Everton.
Yeah, he played for Everton. He was obviously a Dutch national team, top player. So he was able to speak English really well. And we had, me, an Australian, two South Africans, a Danish boy, a boy from Finland, a Brazilian boy. So we had a lot of
zero chem.
a Polish boy.
Zero chem.
So majority of coaching was in English, even for the Dutch boys. So they understood, they could understand English. And so you could always speak English. Everyone was always friendly enough to speak English with you. But I think for me it helped. I had Dutch lessons every day.
Yeah.
So we'd be training, every day. And I'd have sometimes two Dutch lessons a day for an hour and a half before and after training sort of thing.
Wow.
So I had that for a year intensively basically, and by the end of that year I was speaking fluently.
Wow.
So I still know Dutch to this day. I still remember it, and if I see people who speak Dutch, I'm pretty proud to say I can still hold a conversation with them.
That's
so
pretty sick.
It's a pretty cool skill to learn, and you sort of get a bit more respect from coaches and teammates and people, even just on the street when you speak to them, that you can speak Dutch and
100%.
even try to. So yeah,
That's cool. Random story, and the last thing on your whole AJAX stuff. I got a close friend of my partner's. He was there at your first training session with AJAX apparently, and he was getting a tour around the stadium. His name's Chris Theodore. He was getting a tour around the stadium, and they were just like, we've actually got this young Aussie kid that's where we've just signed, and he's coming here and he's trialing and he's training with us. And it was you and your family, and they brought you guys up, and apparently you guys had a chat, which was pretty random. Like I said, it might be the most random thing you might hear. Yeah. But I was telling him, I was like, yeah, we're going to get up Seb. He goes, nah, he's got no idea.
Like, I'm just waiting for Seb to be like, bro, what
who the fuck is this guy? Nothing I've ever.
I'd love to say I remembered it, but it might have happened.
And if it didn't, sure. It's a cool story.
If it did, it's pretty cool. If it did,
but yeah, I was like, yeah, we've got Seb coming on the podcast. He goes, oh, I've met him. I'm like, okay. And then he told me that story. I was like, crazy. But
it's pretty crazy.
Yeah. Anyway, and we'll start the second part now.
Junior career. Juniors. Where did you start? Where did you start juniors?
Juniors. I was born and bred in Wangaratta, little country town, 2.5 hours from here, northeast Victoria. So I played at Wangaratta City Football Club up until the age of 13.
Yep.
And then I was sort of travelling to and from Melbourne a fair bit, representing like Vic country, and then NTC was the under-15s program. So I was coming up and down from Melbourne like 3 or 4 times a week. So it got difficult with school. So I moved down to Melbourne and lived down here for 2 years, and played in the NTC program, which is like under 15 state team basically, and we played in like the under 20s like NPL competition back at that time. So that was sort of my pathway, and from there I went into Melbourne Victory youth team from the under 15s when I was 15.
Wow.
15, 16.
Did you play in the youth league, like the A-League youth
league
back then?
I actually got to play in the last like 2 years of that youth league. So that was really good. Like,
they need to bring that back.
Yeah, I just wish they had it back, because it's just such high. It's high level.
Yeah, 100%.
You're playing against the reserves of every A-League team, and they're dropping their A-League players who need minutes and their younger players who need minutes, and select a few overage players who are coming back from injury or whatnot, and having the last few years that I've had now, like, you sort of see how beneficial that would be, and to just managing your list as a senior A-League coach, having your players being able to drop down, not play NPL, but play against other A-League players. Absolutely. Where the football is clean and it's high tempo on a good surface. That would be great.
Well, I guess that's the thing. Like, if you're, like you said, if you're coming back from injury and you're probably not going to play maybe for the next 3-4 weeks in the A-League, what are you doing?
Going down to VPL1 playing.
But you can't. If you're too old. You can't.
Like, let's use yourself, for example. You can't go from your A-League men's team and you're coming back from injury, but we don't want to risk you on an away trip to Wellington Phoenix. You can't play NPL, can you?
No, I'm too old. You have to be under 23 to be able to play, and you can only have a certain number of players registered as well to play from your A-League list. So it becomes quite difficult to get match minutes throughout the season if you're not playing in the A-League, whether it's through non-selection or injury or suspension. So
I reckon bringing that youth league back would be sick. And I don't know about all the other fundamentals, but like the same way a lot of clubs now do, like the women's game, the double headers in the women's game before the men's game. Yeah. I think if the fixtures couldn't work out where you get the women's at the same time, if you had like the youth league before the senior men's game, because then if I'm a fan, like I want to see like maybe there is a 16-year-old playing at Victory.
Yeah, exactly right.
And you hear all these raps about him, whatever, but like, how can I watch him? Instead of obviously going to your NPL and everything, I'm already going to Amy Park on Saturday night. If it means I need to be there at 4:30 to watch, someone else that's not getting minutes, like an Alex Menelaud from last year, Monge and players like that have now been released because they obviously just weren't getting minutes too. Like, but they're playing in that youth team, gives them minutes, and then I don't see why other clubs would be like, okay, well, I like this kid from Victory. He's 20, 21. He's not playing.
Let's take him.
Yeah. It would be so much better. It'd be good for the fans as well.
Yeah.
For the club, like, just get more people around the club.
Yeah.
Because that's what at the end of the day people are lacking with the A-League.
Yeah, it's putting them on a platform. It's putting your even younger players on a platform. And I guess one point is that we've seen over the past few years that more young players are actually playing in the first team anyway.
Yeah.
So like whereas when the youth league was on, these young players wouldn't be playing in the A League team, but they'd be playing NYL.
Yep.
So maybe it's also a good thing that the NYL isn't there. So there's no roadblock to be like, okay, you play NYL first and whatever. It's just like
It's maybe
straight
just
in.
fast track that.
You can't really say what's
I think it's a double-edged sword at the moment though, because at the moment, like, you hear, the Victory boys in the NPL aren't doing too well, and the noise to them is that, like, with the way that they're playing, none of these boys are going to be playing A-League football. So it's like,
but I feel like we've almost set them up to. They've almost set them up to fail because they're all like 18, 19, 20-year-old kids playing against.
like, see, from a development point of view, I think it works, but then at the same time, it's like, they are, like, Victory obviously got promoted from the VPL 1 into the NPL this year. And
because I feel like that would...
you're playing against...
Yeah, but I feel like that would be the perfect example of, imagine you had a 25, 27, 28-year-old, whether it's from Victory or not, that can sort of go there. And even if you're just, whether that mentor in that team or just a bigger body or an older body,
absolutely.
experienced body, to play with those kids. Because they're all kids.
That's the thing, like, and as well, I don't know, like, I can't understand... I generally can't understand the whole point of the rule that the A-League academies go through that period at the last sort of 6 weeks of the season where their A-League list players can't play. Like, they need to go on the break as well. So, like, with the Victory boys, at one point they had, Jing Reese starting at number 9 in the NPL, and so he couldn't play. And then their results just started going downhill. Like, they weren't able to score goals. So, do you want these guys to succeed and actually...
Yeah, every club's got their own way of going about it. I mean, it just depends on the age of their list as well.
Yeah.
I think, it's good for their development if they're playing against, like, grown men. I mean, most of the youth teams are younger and younger every year.
Of course.
I know our one this year is super young. Like, we've produced, I think last year we had 9 debuts from the academy. Like, that's massive. So this year, most of those players are full-time with the first team. They're not playing at all with the youth team. So the next crop of players are even younger. So ultimately, it does work.
Yeah.
Our club's been super successful in it, and our coach Diogo Ferreira, who's assistant with us now, he did a lot of work through the academy with Duro as well, and they produced heaps of players for us who are now performing on a week-to-week basis, and have the potential to go on to the next step. So if anything, like, our club's a decent example of doing it the right way, without necessarily playing top NPL. We're NPL 2, but still performing really well, and have had a few tough years of not being promoted where we've been close. So that's also teaching these kids how to, dig in and win, not just play well, but how to win, and how to get it done over the line against grown men.
100%.
Who want to bully you and kick you and teach you lessons. So it does teach you a lot. And if the NYL could be around, it would be in addition to that. I think for a period of time where the NPL isn't on. So that would be ideal.
Yeah. Well, we'll touch obviously on your time at Western United. You're the longest serving Western United player. Do you know that?
Well, yeah, I've been told. Yeah.
I did a little stalk today. I was like, look, because you've signed a contract until 25, 26, I think.
Yeah, so I got
So
the
that's
rest
it.
of this year on there.
Probably for you, has it maybe gone how you would have exactly liked, I guess, from a playing perspective? And there's been injuries and stuff throughout. How would you sort of describe your time at the club so far?
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of an honour to be the longest serving player, and I wish I had the games also to show for that, because it would be even more special. But I think the memories that I've had along the way and the friendships I've had, and the lessons I've learned along the way have been probably the most important thing that I can share. Obviously, it hasn't gone all to plan. I mean, I've experienced a couple of surgeries with in those 2 years I had. It was only available for a handful of games. But then since then, for the last 3 or 4 years, I've been super fit and available to play most weeks. And then, it's dealing with, non-selection and how do you go about that, and how do you battle with, still getting the most out of yourself each day, and putting everything that you can into training and your job ultimately, because it's not all highs. There's probably more lows to everyone's career actually, and the things that you don't see are the things that are going to define you. ultimately. So, yeah, it's not all about just going out there to play on the weekend, but I wish I did have more opportunities to go and play out there on the weekend. But, we're in pre-season now, so it's start of a new season, so hopefully, more opportunities, and, I'm pretty confident that we as a club at West United are heading in the right direction with, both on-pitch performances and, our off-pitch things as well are coming along slowly but surely.
Awesome.
Many new faces around?
We've made one new signing to date, Jaden Kucharski. We've brought him over from Sydney FC. He's been, pretty promising talent over the past few years at Sydney FC. I think he's been there for 10 years, so he's been right through their pathway, and we're pretty happy with ourselves to be able to take him away from Sydney and bring him to Western and teach him about the West, and hopefully he can give us a few goals. He's super impressive athlete, very quick, plenty of ability, and we've seen he's already scored multiple goals at Sydney in big games as well. So he definitely has what it takes to be able to add an extra layer onto our attack.
Fantastic.
Or he could have some opportunities because obviously Ruse is gone and Botic recently announced that he's leaving as well. Where's he going? Bundesliga or something? He's gone to Germany or maybe
Austria.
No,
he's gone to
Austria, wow.
So there's obviously some holes to fill. Is Garuccio back from his magical wedding?
It was like he was filming a movie.
Dude.
I was just about to say that was like a movie.
The
whole thing was a movie.
It's like a dream.
That's sad. It's like a dream.
If you could have a wedding, it'd be like that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
It
we'll
just kept going.
Absolutely.
And going, day after day after day.
Absolutely.
It's like day 2 of the wedding, day 3 of the wedding.
Yeah.
I was getting sent videos from his wedding every single day. Just like, can we have this? I was like, honestly, probably not. Probably not.
I'm gonna out him right here, right now. You get a video like that of Garuccio's wedding, and there's like the pool and like the scenery, and then you've just got Ruzi in the background, just like belly flopping into the water.
It doesn't belong,
bro. Put your rig away, get out of the camera, go do something in the around the corner. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Hey.
Just him belly flopping and just him sitting there with his rig out. Like, Ruzi, get out of it.
It looked incredible, and I would actually I'd love to get Garuccio on this because I reckon he's got an interesting brain. That's in a good way. Like, if he sounds like a smart.
I've been trying to get Garuccio on you for a haircut.
Sort of
Mission impossible.
Well, we've only got a Western United player sitting right next to us, mate.
Yeah.
But where I'm going with this, what's he like as a captain? Because now, especially, you're going to have a couple of changes. Obviously, some big key players will be leaving, have left. Aloisi, as of literally an hour ago of filming this, had recommitted to the club. But what's Garuccio like from a player's perspective?
No, I couldn't speak highly enough of him. He's probably always had leadership qualities in his game and in his personality. I think for him it was just about how to channel that in the right direction, and I think I saw him across the season get better and better as a captain, and realised that he didn't actually need to do everything himself, and just actually through example and through the way that he played, he actually was able to exhibit even more leadership qualities. He's very well spoken. He knows how to communicate with each individual differently, and more importantly, on a match day, he was always front and center, whether it was going well or it wasn't. He was always first to put his hand up and critique himself, critique others, and not only that, but provide the way forward and provide clarity on what was going to be the solution. And he was pretty central to our success this year.
Awesome.
It's like for him, he's probably is the perfect player to be captain, because you've got such a mix of young talent, older talent, and personality wise it varies completely.
Absolutely.
And that's one thing that even Ruzi said was just his play management as well as a captain has been second to none.
Yeah, he was just able to link with older players and younger players.
Yeah,
perfectly, because he was. He's not that far past it that he can't speak the lingo with the young boys.
Yeah, of course.
And whatnot, and connect with them in whether it's through off pitch hobbies as well, whether it was going to play golf or talking about going to a cafe or playing cards. And then with the older boys, it was more about how's your family going and if you've got kids. So he was very he was just very well rounded in that regard, and I just enjoyed I enjoy having him as my teammate first and foremost, but I just enjoyed watching him develop throughout the season. Off the pitch, it was really good to see.
Nice. And what are some of your personal goals? I feel like the obviously one for you would be just get out there in the park, stay fit, stay healthy.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
are there any sort of other goals out there that maybe us as a fan wouldn't really think a footballer would set?
Yeah, I guess like off the pitch, like I'm pretty. I like to keep pretty active. I'm studying like part time online, doing exercise science. So been ticking away at that for a few years. So that gets the mind off football in a good way at times, which is really good. So there's that, and then also like pretty connected with my family. So I get down to Wangaratta every second or third week and catch up with grandparents and my parents and my brother. Like it's pretty important for me because I've had the experience of being away from family for such a long time. Like I know that it gives me energy and gives me strength being around them. And just sharing good times with them is one of my favourite things to do, really.
Nice.
So yeah, keep myself occupied there. And then just I'm a pretty active person. Like I like to be outdoors, play golf, play tennis, go for walks with the dog, just your everyday things, which we're lucky enough as footballers to be able to do in our spare time.
100%.
It's not like we're there at the club every day. We're there for 4 or 5 hours max. So then you've got to be able to know how to spend your spare time well to benefit from all the training that you're doing. So I think you learn that over your career. What works for you and what things give you energy and what things don't. So those are the things I enjoy.
Love it.
That's fantastic.
Do you boys want anything?
Obviously, you've been at 2 A-League clubs. Start off with Victory, now West United. The 2 gaffers that led that is Kevin Muscat and Aloisi.
Yeah.
Talk to us about Muscat as a coach, because we know him as a player.
Yeah.
And he's
a butcher.
Yeah.
But actually, I think that's wrong because I think he was a top player.
100%.
From what I was too young to watch him play, but I think he was beyond his.
Everyone,
yeah.
No one else is gonna remember him for anything else
Nah,
apart
he
from
was
that
a great
Adrian
player.
Zara tackle.
You think about where he played, like the level that he played at. You don't play there if you can't play.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
he played for Australia multiple times. Like I think he was a very, very good player. I think it's just that little blip on what happened in his career is unfortunate, and I'm sure he wished it didn't happen. But at the end of the day, you can't change that. But
Back-to-back red cards.
Yeah, he was aggressive.
I'm sorry. You're playing in Scotland, and you were one of the top performers in every single derby, and going out and just embracing the derby. So
if you take that out of his game, then probably doesn't have what he has.
Exactly.
Right. So
And it was a different time. I feel like that time that he played in demanded that.
yeah.
Straight up.
But I think he could play as well with the ball.
Yeah.
I think he was very, very well known for that. If you know, you know, sort of thing. His technical ability was top notch, and his defensive sort of knowledge also. I mean, at that time there was multiple Australian defenders playing at a top level.
exactly
Yeah.
right. But he was our version of Roy Keane.
Yeah.
What's he like as a gaffer?
He was very, very good with me. Like I couldn't speak highly enough of him. He used to set aside extra time just for me. Like when at that time Victory was like championship winning teams, like every year.
Yep.
And I used to get one-on-one time with him in his office, just talking about what his plan is for the weekend. I wasn't necessarily playing, but he'd just like educate me and talk about and just make me feel super comfortable and tell me what he wanted me to improve on, who I should watch in training, what I was doing well. He would give me little tasks to go home and do.
Wow.
Like, go watch this game. I want you to tell me your thoughts on this at the end of the week. And then he wouldn't just leave it at that. He would follow up. He'd be like, all right, so did you watch that? All right, come and have a chat.
That's cool.
He's like, and he knew I had to go to school as well. So he's like, just come be quick. Like, we'll be quick and we'll get it done. And then you go to school. He goes, don't worry, if you're late or whatever, I'll sort it out. So
That's cool.
honestly, I was in like such great hands there. And he did a lot for my career and my development.
So do you give
as a
him?
player.
Do you give Muscat that credit for sort of prepping you for that Ajax move?
Oh, absolutely. Like him giving me the opportunity to play, like and giving my debut as a Melbourne Victory player, like was, I can't thank him enough. And I think the players that he had at the time also shaped me as well. Like they taught me how to be tough.
Yeah, of course, definitely.
Because I was a talented player, as as many young players are, but like you don't learn how to actually, players kicking you on purpose to see how you're going to be tested. Like I was there when Broxy was there, Carvalhairy was there. Like they knew I was good, but like they wanted to see if I had like the character. And
what was that change room like?
Nah, top.
Yeah.
Like one of probably the best I'll have been in, but I was also 15, 16, so like I wasn't in the position then as what I am now being 26. Like now I'm like very much across everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm very open. I'm going to speak. I'm going to, check in on players. I'm going to pull players up. Back then, I was just like a little boy in the corner.
Yeah,
And it was probably like one of the last years, from what I think, where it was like I was a young boy and I actually had to like pull my weight. Like, I had to pump balls up, get cones. Like, I had to be seen to be doing the right thing. Whereas now it's like a lot of players are young, so like it's not like there's no like
Everyone's
there's no
sort of-
hierarchy.
Yeah.
So and that's
true.
different as well. Like there's no like, all right, like no, like I'm not like, as an older player now. If this was back then, I wouldn't be touching the balls or the water bottles. Or
Yeah,
the cones.
exactly
Like, no
right.
way.
Yeah.
But like now, like everyone just chips in because it's just how it is. Like, and
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm happy to do that. But back then, like I was 15, 16. Like,
It's like,
I
no,
had to be,
I'll grab the cones.
I had to be like training at like I had to be at the training ground first. Like, or I'd be like, ask why not. I'd have to be like in recovery first and make sure I do extra recovery and ask why not if not. And then I had to be like on the training pitch. Yes, sir. How many bags full, sir? Like, there was no
crazy.
talking
Wow.
back or anything like
I
that.
kind of like that though.
Absolutely.
It shows
It's
a
taught-
lot of
it
discipline
teaches you
early
respect.
age,
Yeah.
so that you don't get in over your head.
And then even if I'm training well and I get absolutely chopped by a tackle, it's not. It's my fault.
Yeah. You shouldn't have been there. You shouldn't have been in the way.
That's right. And then
Play the ball earlier.
If you get up and you respond, then you're going to cop it even more.
100%.
So it's just like, getting up and getting on with it.
Yeah, move on.
And that's how you get respect.
Absolutely, that's actually really.
I
like
I
that.
do like that. It's
So
a little bit like that old. I don't know if it's old, but like just like
It is.
we're
It's
gonna,
that-
we'll
it's that
teach
old
you.
school way of
Like, yeah.
football.
Because
Yeah.
now you can see that some players are lacking that and didn't have that.
Yeah.
It's
Even at the A-League level, like there's.
Garnacho.
I
First
said
one that comes to my
A-League
head. Yeah, no, but the first player that comes to my head,
Yeah,
like
no.
that didn't grow up with that respect.
We
is
we can go
Garnacho.
all the way into the top,
Yeah.
but I'm talking about just in Australia, for example. Like you can see that there's some players, the way that they carry themselves in the game and around other players during the game, that they missed out on a lot of discipline because nowadays it's like everyone's wrapped in bubble wrap.
Maybe. They're going to get it at some point, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're going to get it, and maybe it should happen earlier, maybe it should happen later. I don't know. There's no correct way to do it, but like, I'm thankful that it happened to me in that way
Yeah.
at that time when I was young. So I had plenty of time to adapt to it and take it on with me throughout my career.
And I guess at a club like Victory, it was like, especially at that time, they were so like regimented
Oh.
in the way that they did things. So it was like you were definitely going to get there.
Well, and they were successful, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
so like,
exactly.
if you have success, then you got to follow along.
You're not going to fix something
You're
that's
not
not
gonna,
broken.
exactly right.
Yeah.
So they had a very good environment at the time. Lots of senior players, lots of leaders. So it was like super easy to follow along and be led in the right direction.
And then, sort of the difference between Muscat and Aloisi.
Yeah, well, John, I've been lucky enough to have him for four years now, and he's just signed on for another 2, which is great for the club. He's been a great leader at our club, both on and off the pitch. He's sort of led us, obviously, in that first year to a championship, which was massive. And then since then, we've sort of gone through a few transition years. And then last year, it sort of culminated in a really successful year again, where it sort of was the epitome of 2 years of developing younger players and giving
Absolutely.
them minutes sporadically throughout the seasons and bringing some players through the youth system and having Diogo and Jura move up as well into the senior coaching staff allowed us to really have a super successful year last year and sort of surprise a lot of people outside of Western.
Yeah, it was top.
I think John, what he's really good at is being able to speak to players on a really personal level, know what you need individually, and manage a group
Yep.
full of different characters. And like sort of what we touched on now, like there is just such a better knowledge of that every team has so many different individuals in the team. So not one way is going to suit everyone in coaching. So John's really good at being able to pick out the ones who he needs to speak to and communicate with differently to get the best out of them. So I think that culminated in a lot of success last year. We scored the most goals we've ever scored in a season. We had 9 debuts, like I mentioned before, youngest ever player and youngest ever goal scorer. We scored, I think, equal most goals in the league
Yep.
as well. So
Definitely is a season where everyone around the club will be looking, going like, okay, we didn't win the league, but
yeah,
Massive win.
I think
it's a win of a season. Yeah.
absolutely. So I think like, I think John just instills like a lot of belief in you as a player. Like, there's never any pressure to perform. It's just pressure to do the things that we practice every day.
Absolutely.
at the best that you can, because he knows that you can't perform at your best level every game, every day, but you have to give the effort to do that. And if he sees that, then you get praise for that, which is really good, and it's really easy to drive as sort of an older player now in the team, to be able to keep everyone accountable for their own performance.
That's what you've covered about that. I just wanted to ask, throughout like your career, like AJAX, A-League, juniors, all that stuff. Recently, you've had like some troubles with like the injuries and stuff. Which one was like the biggest and hardest setback for you? And then coming back from that, how was that for you as a player?
Yeah. Unfortunately, just part of the trade as well. Just getting injuries sometimes. Like it's, sometimes you sit back and you think like, what could I have done to avoid that? And sometimes there's not much. Yeah. Sometimes you're just predisposed to an injury based off the way you move, or you've just done a lot over the years and it's just crept up on you that this has happened. And no matter. Just running around, and the nature that I play and being, sort of running around everywhere and getting stuck in, and priding myself on my physical output as well as my technical ability. Like, it's sometimes, you're gonna overdo it at some point. So I think some of the injuries that I've had have just been just down to being I think really passionate about what I do and wanting to give everything every day. So, I think probably the toughest one that I've had was I had a really pretty serious case of osteitis pubis 3 or 4 years going back now, and it was pretty unresolved for a few years, so I just kept training and playing with the pain for a few years, and then...
So you knew you had it, just played through it.
Yeah, but you sort of have to with OP, you sort of have to keep, you're not just going to stop and do nothing straight away, you got to try and manage it, and then you deload it, and then you go again, and then you have a period of rest, and then hope that it just goes away. But my one just stuck around, and there was just a lot of chronic underlying factors, so I ended up having to get an operation, which you never really want to do, and even the surgeon didn't really want to do it, but it was the last resort. So that one was a really big operation, and sort of left me in bed for just literally in bed. I couldn't move out of bed for 2 weeks after the operation. I spent 5 days in hospital after it.
Who's done the operation. I know that a lot of people
well, this is a different one. This is not a groin release. This is we're getting a bit technical here, but this was a pubic bone resurfacing. So it sounds as bad as it is. So that one was a bit of a butcher job. And I was in hospital for 4 or 5 days, on a drip. I couldn't get out of bed in hospital, so I couldn't move. And then went home and spent 2 weeks just bed rest.
Off-season?
This was off-season / pre-season in the year that we won the championship. So I spent another 6 weeks at home just doing bed rest, but with bed exercises.
Wow.
It sounds really weird, but
Just little movements.
just really little movements, just learning how to get out of bed again, because obviously where the problem was, they had to go through my adductor muscles, go through my core muscles, so there was just a lot of stuff. So basically I had to learn how to move properly again.
So basically everything you need as a footballer
Is gone.
Yeah. It's learn how to walk, man.
Yeah, but the best thing was that I went into that really fit. So even though I was sore and in pain, I went into it as fit as I've ever been without actually playing every week. In the off season and in the 2 months leading up to it, it's really important for your recovery. When you come out of it, it doesn't take you as long, and your muscles aren't going without load for such a long time. So my rehab was led by the West United physios and the surgeon and some sort of professionals from outside the club as well, who we got in to help me with my rehab, which I'm forever grateful for, because they're some top professionals in their space. So that was 8 months, and I probably got back fit for the last 6 or 7 games. But the reality is, I'm not going to break into a championship winning team. So I just sort of saw the rest of that season out and just got myself ready for the following year, to be right for pre-season. So that was a massive year and massive year of learning and learning a lot about myself and the way to deal with just day-to-day things that you sort of take for granted as a footballer.
Absolutely.
That's incredible.
Damn, I'm kind of in pain listening to that.
Yeah, 100%.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's not.
I don't want nothing resurfaced. I'm good.
Absolutely.
You hear about OP so much these days. I swear.
Bro,
Before,
it's ACL injuries and OP.
Yeah, they're getting better at it. Especially just creating more awareness around reporting of pain, with players, with younger players, not being shy to report things. especially, as a kid, like, you're sometimes hesitant to report if you're sore because you don't want to get pulled out of training, but it's not the case. Like, it's just about giving yourself the best chance to have body awareness and know, like, what you can push through and what you can't. And then obviously the strength conditioning side comes into things, which is like a big part of your development as an athlete, as a footballer. So, I think I'm happy to say that, like, I haven't seen many cases since of that, especially at Western United, which is great. So I think there's more awareness around it now, and I think it's not even called OP anymore; it's called something else. So, I think they've moved away from that term because it's pretty, like, debilitating for people to hear it, and, like, especially as as you go throughout your career, like, your prospects to go to other clubs, if they know that you've had that on you, it's a bit of a black mark.
Oh, really?
So, and that's the case with all injuries, do you know what I mean? So, but that one is quite a scary one because, like, it's a chronic condition. So, like, it's not necessarily like a start and end point.
Yeah.
So,
Wow.
I know so many players that have had to stop playing.
Yeah,
through
it's
OP.
terrible, yes.
Yeah. Have you, you've got no knees anymore, don't you?
I've got no knees.
What have you had? 2 ACL
2 ACLs.
on
Yeah.
both knees.
Both knees.
That's terrible.
So I done my first one.
Buzz laughed behind camera.
That's crazy.
Does my head in. Yeah, nah. Done my first one, then 16 months rehab.
Yeah.
Came back, 10 games later, ruptured my second one.
Outdoor or futsal?
First one was outdoor, second one was futsal.
Crazy. Ali?
Nah, thank God.
No injuries?
I just fractured my back.
Touch wood.
No, like, not like really bad. Just like
Yeah.
roll and then off
Yeah.
for like 60 seconds.
Yeah. See, I hadn't done a major injury. It's like
Touch wood.
before my first one.
Yeah.
And then I went, that was my first, my second season playing senior football. And it was me and another young kid.
Who'd you play for?
I was at Keon Park at that time.
Huh.
So
Keon Park.
Keon Park, yeah, man. They done a full restructure of a
Yeah.
state 5 team and got us all, like, young lads in. We had players coming in from MPL 2 at the time, state 1, state 2. So we just went in. It was literally me and one of the other boys that hadn't done an ACL. Every other player in that team, in that senior squad, had done an ACL. And it's a trend, bro. And we used to
Trying to fit
literally,
in.
like, we used to hype ourselves up because we're like, fuck, we're the only two, and we were the youngest at the time.
Wow.
And I think mine happened the 4th. I think we had 4 games to go, playing away to Heidelberg, and mine was just unfortunate. Like, the keeper was young, and my feet were in the grass, and he's come up behind me and pulled the back of my legs. He was gone to grab the ball and pulled the back of my legs, and that's gone that. But
What position did you play?
I was a winger. At that time, I was a winger.
I can't imagine
all my
you
juniors,
playing.
I was a fullback. All my juniors, I was a left and right back. And then I got put up to the wing, and striker took a shot, and it's deflected off the keeper's chest, and I've gone in and put my back to the keeper to play it, and he's just grabbed and pulled. So that one and that first one, like, I don't know how much of it's true, but apparently the keeper on the complete opposite side heard it go, and players around me heard it go. And then, that was that. And that was just sort of like adrenaline hit straight away. So you kind of just, you're hoping that it, I remember my first reaction was like, I really hope I didn't do it. Like, because everyone else has spoken about it. I hope I wasn't the one to do it. And then, 16 months rehab with that. So many back and forths with it. Just wasn't healing properly. And then my second one was a week out from nationals at Futsal Oz, and we were playing a game, and I've just gone to take a shot and just smacked it, gone up, landed, and I literally, it's like, Jenga. Jenga, and you push a block out, and then the other block comes out. That was my knee. Like, I just felt everything just go, and I felt my whole body just detach my leg. And I remember I looked up at one of our keeper at the time, who's a physio, and I looked at him. I was like, I've done my second one. I've done it, and I just knew straight away. And that was that. But prior to that, man, no massive injuries. But 2 ACLs, and forced myself out of the game, and that's where coaching started. But
Crazy. Leave the game before the game leaves you, huh?
I think the football left me a while before that. But but I'm a better coach than I was a player. Really? I think so. I hope so. I hope so.
Nah, you are. Tell yourself that. You're a good barber too.
That's the biggest load of shit. I know. No one nowhere near that.
That was a compliment.
Go fuck yourself.
Today was the first time I've seen Ali give one of the players a haircut.
He's the first guest Ali gave a haircut to.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, true. All the other ones, Jamie.
Everyone else goes, oh yeah, I'll come in, and Jamie gave me a haircut. I'm like, Ali, just
Ali's just here to
check out chick.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I think one topic that we like to speak about to the A-League boys, and especially the NPL boys, is the B-League coming up.
Yep.
What are your thoughts, comments, questions, queries?
I hope it gets up. I think it'll be good for everyone.
Yep.
More games at a high level, promotion, relegation, a bit more pressure on the line. Hopefully it drives crowd numbers up. Hopefully it drives everything up.
100%.
I think, the sooner it can come, the better. Not much more to say on it from that. Like, I'm a bit like annoyed that it's taken so long to get going. But I mean, it's going to be only good for all the clubs that are in it, and even for the A-League clubs. It's just going to drive that more professional environment as well. Like, you can't just ride out the last half dozen games if you're on the bottom of the ladder. Like,
You're just kicking it.
You know, you're not just looking for the next season. Like, no, you got to actually push.
So, I love Australian football.
So that'd be really good. That'd be really good.
And you've got... Oh, sorry, go. And you got the Australia Cup game coming up at home, which is good.
At home, which is great, at the Fortress. I think we've made a name for it. You know, last year was our first full season there, and I think, I don't think anyone wants to come play there.
Love that.
Correct. Is it? Did you get Sydney?
Yeah, we got Sydney FC.
Oh, well. Puchowski going up against his old team first up.
I love it.
Nice.
Get around it. We're going to give it our best, and I think the Oz Cup is great because it gives you something to play for throughout pre-season. So we're going to be looking to be as successful as possible.
Do you feel like after the season Western have had, you've got a bit of a point to prove in the Australia Cup?
No, not really.
No,
not really. I think we're just pretty focused on following, the path that we have set out for ourselves this year again, like what we did last year. I think it is early in the season, and yes, we still want to win and be as successful as possible, but we're not going to do that at the detriment of playing our way and getting out what we need to. Yeah. Because yes, it is a very long pre-season. There's plenty of time to get fit, but in saying that, we want to play competitive games where there's points on the line. So the Oz Cup, throws up different challenges. We're playing an A-League team this round. However, some teams are playing NPL teams, travelling here, there, and everywhere. So, we're going to be looking to stay in that for as long as possible, and ultimately, there's silver on the line. So we're hungry to win that.
Do you see yourself being a coach in the future?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I'd love to coach, sort of talented young kids. Getting the relevant coaching licenses and badges at the moment. Been lucky to being an A-League player, like the PFA put on coaching courses every year, so there's great opportunity to do that and explore that avenue if you'd like. So I think I'd like to coach and just pass along what I've learnt throughout my career.
I can see it. I don't know. I just get that gauge.
I'm just waiting for him to ask, are you going to coach 1 Nil?
No, I wasn't going to ask that. Just since you brought it up. I don't know. I just got that gauge, that kid. Yeah. I can see it. Yeah. So when Seb's coaching, and he's like, I remember I did this podcast ages ago. Someone actually called it. That's me.
You.
Let's do it.
Like in the change room and around the boys and all that stuff, is there much mention of the NPL and the B-League and stuff like that, or is it just like a...
No, we talk about the NPL a lot because we've got players in our change room who are dropping down to play with the youth team a lot. So it is spoken about. The B League not so much because it's just we don't know if it's going to get up or not. So it's just hard to actually picture that. But like I said, the NPL, it's spoken about, and we see the games that get a lot of attention, whether it's Preston and South Melbourne, they get 10,000 there, and we're like, we wish we had that amount of attendance at our game.
Yeah.
So we speak about it quite a bit. Yeah.
I like it. Got much on for the rest of the week?
Just training, back into pre-season now, so back into the swing of things, back into just normal routine. Just happy to be back into it. I think after a bit of time off, you crave a bit more routine, something familiar again. So, it'd be good just to kick a ball around again and get moving.
Awesome.
I think it will be good now, especially for the A-League pre-season, to have a good run in the FA Cup, or the Australia Cup, sorry, and then B-League coming.
100%.
Because at least you're playing more competitive games, and pre-season's not going to feel like
Oh, absolutely. I think,
like an eternity.
yeah, that's the biggest like battle mentally, for a player is just the long pre-season.
14 weeks.
Yeah, it is very long, and there's plenty to say about it, but that's just the way it is for now. So you just got to get on with it. But more competitive games would be the best.
Are you keen for the Prem season kick-off?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think once the Prem season gets going, it's always good.
Yeah.
Who do you support?
I'm a Man United fan.
Thanks,
We'll just leave that.
There we
Yeah,
go.
no, we're a shambles. Let's leave it. Let's leave it. We're a shambles.
I was going
But,
to guess Arsenal. You look like an Arsenal fan.
Come on, man.
With love.
No.
I support a real club. But
God damn it.
Oh, he's always outnumbered.
Yeah.
We're both.
I know, I
Man
barely
United
get
fans.
any. I get no love.
You just have no fans anyway.
Yeah.
Just like the bloke behind the camera.
Yeah, you should be. Your club started like 2 weeks ago.
your fans are outnumbered, man.
He goes from Man City.
Yeah. And Real Madrid.
How do you go from Man City and Real Madrid?
bandwagon, isn't it?
Because he was.
But it's different. He's
He
from
grew up.
overseas.
He
They
grew up in
made the
Lebanon,
sport
man.
legal.
They've only got literally Real Madrid and Barca.
No. Really? I smacked you 6-2 last week. And I haven't played in 2 years.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's story time with Bazza now.
Yeah. That's why I've got a soft spot for I never understood the second team stuff. Like other than Man United, talk about global.
Yeah.
Is there another team that you like actually support? Like I like other teams,
Yeah.
but like I would never be happy if another team won like a Champions League. Like I don't know. I've never understood that.
Yeah, I was United, and then a bit older, I liked Barcelona when they went through like that really successful
Yeah.
era. And they were winning everything. So
Yeah.
it was hard not to get on board them. So
It's weird. Well, United's we're gonna be cooked. I
We're
reckon.
shambles, bro.
Yeah, we could sit here all day and talk about
We're,
it.
we're actually probably.
Cunha,
think
Cunha
we-
with the 10.
I think
Cunha
we
with the
keep
number 10.
trying to bring guests
give it
on so that it delays us from actually talking about the
I
current
can't wait
world
till.
of football.
Yeah.
Because if Mbuemo doesn't go through,
Oh, mate. I'm sorry, but Chelsea speak to João Pedro on a Friday and have him signed by Saturday 5 p.m. We've been speaking to Mbuemo over an extra $5 million for the past 7 weeks.
I've got a bad feeling it won't happen.
Bro, good. At this point, piss off.
We'll go to Tottenham.
Mate, go wherever
Nah,
you
he
want.
won't go Tottenham.
Draining it,
Wissa's
man.
going Tottenham.
Nah, we'll go with Thomas Frank.
Yeah, but they're not going to give him Wissa and Mbuemo. That's one or the other.
See, Callum Wilson left.
Yeah.
Newcastle?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll take him.
Bro, Callum Wilson doesn't suit any other club. He's just a Newcastle
He looks
player.
like a Newcastle
Yeah,
player.
he's only just a Newcastle player.
You know what? He'll go to one of the championship clubs.
No.
Yeah,
Wrexham.
he will.
Wrexham. Wrexham.
No. Sorry,
will go
as
to
in like
Wrexham.
the ones that got promoted to the Prem. One of the championship clubs that got promoted.
Oh,
Yeah, like one of the new promotes. I
Oh,
reckon.
Burnley.
Callum Wilson at Leeds?
Burnley.
Burn?
Scott Parker.
True.
True.
They just signed Kyle Walker.
Yeah, which is
Fucking
I
bro,
agree.
he looks like a donkey in a Burnley kid.
He looks like a donkey no matter what.
Like, he just doesn't suit it.
Yeah.
Have you been watching the Club World Cup? And then we'll let you leave. So
Nah, I saw a bit of it. It was mainly when I was overseas in Japan, so I didn't get to see much. But
yeah, unfortunately, the Japanese teams got smacked.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of surprised
Yeah,
because I was sort of like keen to see how the Japanese sort of style and their football goes up. Not expecting them to win 4-0 and 3-1
They
and
got
stuff.
shafted with their group.
But they
as well.
got absolutely smacked.
No, they still played okay. But
Yeah.
I think the levels it's still a big jump. Like
Yeah.
the levels that PSG are playing at now is just crazy under Luis Enrique.
Oh,
Like,
man.
Yeah.
the way they won the Champions League, and I think they're going to have a few successful years, hopefully, especially in Europe. I mean, the French league is a playground for them, but it is what it is. So.
You're a football nuffy. You watch, live and breathe all of it.
Yeah, I watch a fair bit throughout the week.
So they're laughing at my nuffy. You never heard someone say a football nuffy?
Call someone a football nuffy.
Yes.
What do you want me to call him? Do you like football?
Thank you.
Yeah.
What?
I don't know. Just you're a football nuffy.
Yeah.
We're football nuffies because we go for United. That's
Hey, you're a
the only
football,
Facts. Yeah, no,
Dickheads.
yeah.
football idiots. That's what we
No,
are.
because there are a lot of professional footballers that hate watching
That
football.
don't like
no,
it.
it's pretty common now.
Because I got that they do like it or don't like it.
I understand.
Common that they do watch a lot or don't watch
It's
it.
common that they don't watch it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
Which is, I don't think there's a right or wrong way to go about it.
Pisses me off because I love it, but I'm just suck at it.
Yeah. Well. No comment.
That's where you meant to back me up. Say,
Yeah.
nah,
No,
like,
I'm not
you're
backing
bad.
you up, bro. You own the club. You are the captain of the team. You
I'm
start
not
yourself.
He's not captain.
I'm not
Yeah.
captain.
No
Oh,
way
well,
to be captain.
Owner, you start yourself. You don't drag yourself when you're playing shit.
Funny enough.
You bring yourself back on the pitch after you've played shit.
Funny enough,
You
because
make custom corner tactics.
because last Sunday, I'm actually on corners as well. Because last Sunday, it's about the only good thing I could do. Put a ball in. That's about it. Last Sunday we were 2-0 down and we won 3-2. And because I had to go get changed quickly, so make sure we could go to futsal straight before. I've gone, Dad, tell me when it's like 5 minutes into the second half, 10 minutes, and I'll take myself off. But the game got really full on, and I was copying it again. Like this little centre back, it was tiny. He goes, oh, Costa, where are you? Put it in your vlog. And it was really small, so I turned around and said, do your children feed you? And don't know where it came from. And his teammate goes, fair enough.
Fair
Not the-
shout.
I
Fair
don't know where
butt.
it came
Play
from.
on.
So I was copying left, right, and centre. And then Dad's gone, ref sub, and he's called for a sub before he's even told me, like, yeah, it's been 5 minutes. And no one's moving. And he goes, and he starts yelling out my name. I go, what the fuck are you doing? He goes, off. I go, nah. I was like, no, I'm on. I'm like, I'm not going off now. Like, no chance.
So you kept
So
yourself
I
on.
kept myself on.
Oh my
Wait, did you
God.
get an assist in that game? Last week's game? Did you get an assist from a corner?
Nah.
No.
No?
Pretty sure it's the game.
I think I've ever got
I think you're thinking of a
Oh,
different
well.
game.
I got an assist to an assist 2 weeks ago. Good stuff.
Don't fucking count out a fucking assist to an assist.
I
It's all about stats now.
put the ball in.
Yeah, it's
Ah,
stat
Look,
level now.
bro,
Pass
just
to
because
assist,
you've
yeah.
played
My
the ball
my
to the
XG
player
is
that...
1.43.
Give us a spell.
Turn it up, buddy.
Oh my days, Costa, you always manage to just go completely off center with this pod. Thank you for hyping yourself up. And no, I'm not going to
Sorry.
back you.
I'm the first one to shit on myself.
Oh.
Okay.
Pause that one.
Okay, and we are-
Bombshell, you know.
Yeah, on that.
Anyway, have you been watching Love Island? Because he said bombshell.
Yeah, hey, like,
I
I'm going to
don't-
go
Yeah.
home and watch Love
No,
Island,
that's
yeah?
shit. I don't watch it. Dancing
Nah.
with the Stars as well.
I'm MasterChef.
Ooh, that's
well,
a
you
good
did
one.
actually
Yeah.
say to turn the oven off. We heard.
Yeah,
I love
before-
cooking.
Really?
I love cooking, yeah.
Are you going to make sure that the oven's off?
Yeah, my missus hopefully turned it off. Well, yeah, I mean, hopefully.
What's for dinner?
Lamb massaman roast curry.
Oh, awesome. Just see you
There's
there.
a big word. That sounds good. I like it.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah, roast lamb, massaman curry in the
Wow.
oven.
I've got vodka pasta cooking up.
Oh, that's
yeah.
top two.
Yeah, it's top.
That's top two.
Don't
Top
ask
shelf.
me, don't ask me.
Costa?
Ali?
It's a surprise every time
Big
I
Mac.
go. It's literally a
But
surprise.
there's like 12 people living in his house,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
whatever it is, it's going to feed
I
them.
get home, I'm like,
What's for dinner, Baz?
sweet.
Oh, that's a good shout.
I've actually got no idea what's for dinner.
We'll find out on your drive home when
No
you get
message, so
takeaway
probably
on
means there's nothing for dinner.
Nice.
Macca
D's on the way home. Let's go.
that. Hectic.
goes through me. Anyway, so
Oh, you're
he's gonna go back home to his. What are you eating?
Christ, bro. He needs to go home to his missus. So do I.
He's got fucking.
He needs to go home to his
Seb's got
parents.
labubus
Oh,
waiting
no.
for him.
Oh, the
You say it like
labubus.
that, fuck me.
Yeah,
Shut up, bro. Just say go home.
yeah. All right, go home to your house.
All right. Anyway, Seb, thank you. All the best for the season. Anyway, nah, I'm joking. Nah, but in all seriousness, thank you for your time. I know it's late and you've got food in the oven waiting for you.
No worries.
But jokes. Someone else take it. Can you
Nah.
tell what's the plot?
Nah, that's We're probably going to see you in a couple of weeks for a haircut, anyway.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'll
was
see
about
you,
to say.
see you in 3 weeks anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Probably going to see you walk past tomorrow. Anyway.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, exactly.
I walk past quite a bit, yeah.
That's it. Nah,
No, but it was great having you. Great to see you back.
we'll be chatting to you.
100%.
Obviously,
Sounds
in the lead up to the season,
Hopefully,
the Oz Cup games. Yeah, stay fit, stay healthy, be on the park, so we can actually.
definitely.
Well, you're the only one left.
I'm,
Yeah, you're the. Yeah, well, there you go. You're the only player left on the
Nah,
Hall of
Tamaki's
Fame.
You still
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
man.
but
Grimaldi, is he Grimaldi still there?
Good morning.
Grim is still there. Yeah, but that comes into the shop frequently.
Yeah, true. Yeah, so but you are the last
Only
one.
Seba's the original.
Now
one.
is when you should tell them that you found a different barber.
I know.
You can't, I just cut his hair.
All right. No,
Nah.
in all seriousness, thank you for your time.
you very
Appreciate
much.
it. It's always a mission getting people on a Wednesday night, so we appreciate your time. Good luck for the year.
Thank you.
Enjoy your 32-week preseason,
Yep.
and we'll see you guys soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.